You're watching the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14.
Right now it's 7. A fatal crash taking place in McDonald County yesterday. Details on that.
But first, 2 local counties find creative new ways to advertise.
And we are a little calmer today. Mostly cloudy to cloudy skies. Tracking more severe weather on the way. Details coming up.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. I'm Samantha Walker.
And I'm Chris Warner. It's just after 7 a.m. on this Thursday, March the 5th. Happy Thursday. March boy coming in like a lion, as they say. Ooh. In like a lion, out like a lamb, vice versa. We had strong and eventually severe storms, 2 rounds of that yesterday. We are watching that potential for some strong to severe storms overnight tonight. And then we have that potential for significant severe weather tomorrow evening across the area. We're going to break all that down for you in just a few more moments, but some tech helping out in southeast Kansas.
Yeah, 2 4-state counties are using technology to boost local business and tourism.
Now, Cherokee County is launching a new app, while McDonald County, this is over on the Missouri side, is starting a podcast to promote local entrepreneurs.
KOAM's Nellie Lopez shows us how their innovative approaches are making a difference.
Let me see if I can build an app to serve that need, and that is where Explorer Cherokee County, Kansas came from.
That need be in one location to see what all a county has to offer.
Then you can go into town.
Sarah Comer created the app to show local restaurants, businesses, and events.
More visibility on the businesses, to get more visibility on the towns and the attractions, to keep people here in Cherokee County and be able to explore and experience all the cool things that we have in our county that people may not even know about.
Sarah also works directly with small businesses to help put them on the map.
Being a small business owner that hates technology, I'm relying on another small business to be able to do that. I'm hoping that this app will draw in not only the travelers, but we still have people in our little town that still don't know that I'm here, and I've been here for 3 years. But people are all about being on their phones and being on apps.
An initiative community members are taking to help boost traction. But Cherokee County isn't the only one. In Missouri, McDonald County is going a different route. The Chamber of Commerce is starting their own podcast.
Podcast will be about a 30 or hour long segment that just hyper focuses on that business owner, the history of their business, whatever they got going on, and whatever they want to use that hour.
A way the Chamber of Commerce is helping local businesses to promote themselves.
Everybody's either doing a podcast or listening to a podcast. They're very, very popular, and they're virtually free to do. So it's a very financially efficient way to get the word out about something.
Whether it be in an app or a podcast, just 2 different ways community members are trying to help out their counties. In the 4 states, Nellie Lopez, KOAM News.
The Explorer Cherokee County, Kansas app is available to download in your app store. The McDonald County Chamber of Commerce podcast will release its first episode next Wednesday, March 11th.
Very interesting, very cool. And social media is one of those things where you had to rely so much on word of mouth in a lot of cases, but social media is a new expansive word-of-mouth way of getting things out there.
And it's so nice that there's so many different ways to stay up to date, and especially these days it's nice to have that, and especially with weather it's nice to have that, especially yesterday was great to have it, and tomorrow I think it's going to be very important to have it.
It's going to be extraordinarily important. We're going to get through today first. As I mentioned, we're going to break down the rest of tomorrow for you in just a few more minutes. Let's take a live look downtown Pittsburgh. And you can see it's cloudy. We've had some fog out there as well this morning, 4 days straight now. KDOT camera 69400, cloudy. You can see some of that fog off in the distance. And our final stop, the MoDOT camera 32nd and range line in Joplin. Cloudy, a little dreary, a little foggy here and there. All in all, though, not too bad. We do have dense fog advisories. This one's from Topeka, runs through 10 a.m. These ones are from the Wichita Weather Office. They run through 11 a.m. And, well, here's why. Take a look at these visibilities. Under a mile, Iola, Chanute, just at 2, Fredonia, 1.5 miles, Yates Center, Fort Scott, Pittsburgh, Joplin, Carthage, Cassville, Miami, Bentonville, really everywhere except Grove. Reduced visibilities. So slow down, low beams, not your high beams, fog lights if you've got them, and be careful out there this morning with that fog. We're at 50 in Joplin right now, same in Pittsburgh, and across the area, a little cooler to the northwest, a little warmer to the south and east. Got 48 Number of those are cooler spots. Chanute, Iola, Yates Center, Parsons. We got upper 40s, low 50s, our warm spot. Bentonville currently sitting at 57. On to the future track, mostly cloudy to straight up cloudy skies today. Future track still hinting at maybe an isolated shower or brief sprinkle. Again, I think the majority of us are dry. We do have a severe threat, but it kicks in at 2 a.m. So it's the day one, which we'll get to again a little later. Even though today is day one, it carries us through about 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, and we'll see some storms again after midnight and again quite closer to 2 a.m. As for today, though, mostly cloudy, warmer eventually. Low 50s to start, upper 50s by lunch, and mid 60s by 3. Eventually into the upper 60s, maybe some low 70s today, south winds 5 to 10. We have that severe threat, one round early tomorrow morning, and then the potential for significant severe weather tomorrow evening. We'll break down the details, timing, and the hazards in just a few more minutes. Samantha?
Chris, thanks. A serious crash east of Anderson, Missouri turns fatal. The crash happened around 7 a.m. on Highway 76. Troopers say an eastbound pickup crossed the center line and crashed head-on with a semi. The driver of the pickup died at the scene. Authorities shut down a portion of the highway for about 4 hours for cleanup, which was hampered by heavy rains. The driver's name has not been released to the public. The closure of Hopkins manufacturing plant in Miami last week could create ripple effects for local auto shops. Since the plant's parent company, First Brand Groups, develops and sells auto products, local repair shops could now face longer wait times and quality concerns as they search for replacement parts.
We don't go on the price as much as we do the quality, because we want to put the best parts on a person's car that we can. I mean, we give a 36,000 3-year warranty on all of our new parts. And when we put a new part on there, we don't want it to come back, or we've got to take, and eat that profit.
Vance Ford in Miami is expressing sorrow for the loss of the plant, given its meaning to the community, though they don't anticipate a negative impact on business at this time. And those are our top news stories this half hour. Coming up next, we'll be hearing about Frontenac Theater's upcoming production of Annie Jr. Well, welcome back. I'm joined this morning with Shelby and Waylon, some of the really young talent behind Frontenac High School's production of Annie Jr. Good morning, guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
So how exciting is it to do Annie Jr. this year?
It's pretty exciting. It's just been like a really fun time with everyone, having a bunch of new people in it too.
Yeah. So can you tell me a little bit about, what are your guys' roles with the show this year?
So I'm Oliver Warbucks, and I adopt Annie and have her come spend the Christmas holidays with me.
And I'm Annie, and I get adopted by Oliver Warbucks, and he tries to help me find my parents, but I end up having like a wonderful life with him.
Amazing. I know Annie is such a, beloved show within the musical theater world. So, how fun was it getting to bring something that, show a lot of people recognize the life like this?
It's been really fun. All the songs in it are so much fun, and so is the dancing. It's been a pretty easy show for us, and everyone's just worked, we've all gotten to work so hard, and we've worked together so well with it.
Yeah. I know it's usually a lot of work making a production like this possible. How long have you guys been working on making it, bringing it to life?
About 6 or 7 weeks.
Oh wow, lots of time.
Yeah.
So how many people are involved in helping bring this production to the stage? Whether it's cast or crew.
Well, with cast and crew, it's about 41 people.
Amazing. So there's a lot of people behind it. It's a bunch of fun show. Why should people come out and see Annie?
I think people should come see it because we've worked really hard on it. It's a fun show for all ages to come see, and yeah, I guess that's it.
Yeah. So if people are, staying at home being I love Annie, I would love to get to see some local talent, get to bring it to life. Maybe some people they get to recognize, and, they get to see some live theater as well. When and where is the production going to be happening?
So the production's going to be held at Frontenac High School, and it's going to be Sunday, March 8th at 5:30, and then March 9th and 10th at 7.
Perfect. And how much are tickets?
Tickets are $5 at the door, and it's general admission.
Perfect. And if people are looking to find more information about the show or about, the shows that you guys do put on, is there a certain place people should look?
They should look at the Frontenac Theater Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us this morning. It sounds like it's going to be such a fun show.
Thank you for having us.
We're going to be right back.
Here's your Skywatch weather forecast from the trusted Roper Kia Weather Center.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News, 7:15 now on this Thursday morning. And we've got some updates, our new outlook. Now, again, this is day one. But remember, day one carries us through about 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. So you may see this posted out there, and there's some folks on social media, they post these things just to get those clicks and those likes and all that. This is not something that's happening today. It is happening overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning. All hazards are possible. We've got an isolated tornado risk as well as an isolated hail risk, but difference from earlier this morning is we now have this scattered wind risk that's been moved a little further into the region, a little further east there with that isolated risk after. This is for storms that are expected today well to our west. I mean, well to our west. But they could survive long enough to enter our area and bring us at least some strong to potentially severe storms. Future track for today, we could get a shower or two. Not much expected. You may not really even see anything, but future track hinting at maybe a shower or a sprinkle here or there. So midnight tonight, I'm going to drag this because I learned this morning that that is possible. This is the severe weather that is going to impact us very early tomorrow morning. This actually starts even further southwest where they have a higher severe threat across parts of western Oklahoma. This rolls east. I-35, still an impressive looking line at midnight, but what we'll do is we'll take this back to our neck of the woods, and then we're going to move the future track right along with it through 2 a.m. That line still intact, but a little more broken up than what it was at midnight. Greenwood, Elk, Chautauqua counties, here come the storms. These storms, again, could survive long enough, even through 5, 6 a.m., to bring us some strong to potentially severe storms. Look at how quickly that line begins to die out. So we'll have that. This other one here at 9 a.m., this is kind of a toss-up. Some data suggests we get this little line mid-morning. Some data suggests we don't. But we'll watch for these storms. If they develop, some of them could potentially be strong. If they don't, then what you're seeing here will not happen. The other slight inconsistency in some of the data is the timing of tomorrow evening's main event, okay? So here's the deal. We've got one piece of data this morning that shows it arriving at 2 o'clock Saturday morning. Another one shows it arriving 5 a.m. Saturday, but the one I'm going to show you, again, I think is the one that is on track, and it also lines up with the expectations for tomorrow. It gets it here about 8 o'clock tomorrow evening. What we get, it's a little harder to tell here, but we get a bunch of supercells. That's why our severe risk is so high for tomorrow. It's up in a level 3 out of 5. And that's why we're concerned about significant severe weather. We get these supercells. They try and join into a line, but initially they're still independent enough, even through 10 o'clock, that you can still kind of make out each of these individual supercells as they try and form this line. The one inconsistency here is this gap of thunderstorm activity. That's not very likely. We'll have supercells stacked together through the area. This is 10 o'clock. So through southeast Kansas, back along and north of I-44. We got to watch this closely. Could even get some individual supercells ahead of that, and they could be severe as well. By 11 o'clock into midnight, this line advances further east. You can see now it's a little more of a solid line, but Stockton, Greenfield, Monette, Mount Vernon, Neosho, Anderson, and then potentially new storm development back behind it that could also be severe. Now, this particular future track data runs out of data right now at midnight. And so what will happen is as this pushes east, we'll still have some strong storms to contend with through about 6 a.m. on Saturday before it starts to clear on out. Here's our risks for tomorrow, and it's not good. These hatch marks indicating the potential for maybe an isolated strong tornado at least the potential for a few tornadoes. The hatch marks indicating the chance for, as the Storm Prediction Center phrased it, large to very large hail, and these hatch marks indicating the potential for 70, 80 mile an hour winds out there. And all of that red is that level 3 out of 5 under every category. You need to get the KOAM Skywatch weather app, KOAM Plus for streaming. Get our news app. You can stream on there. You need to make sure you've got plenty of ways to receive alerts, because you saw in the timing, it works in by 8 o'clock and goes overnight. You need to stay very weather aware tomorrow evening into the overnight hours. And then, this came out yesterday, but with everything yesterday, I didn't want to throw too much at folks, but this is now day 6, which is next Tuesday. We have another severe threat. Now this one, it's a broad area. Reading the data this morning, it's not looking like a severe weather outbreak at this point. It's simply looking as though there's a pretty good chance of scattered thunderstorms, which could be severe across a fairly large area, actually. This goes pretty big out there, so a lot to keep an eye on. Quick look at this morning. Again, mostly cloudy skies, climbing into the mid-50s by 11. We'll go upper 60s, low 70s today. Low 60s tonight. South winds tonight into tomorrow start gusting to 30. It's outside of any storms. Mid-70s Friday, mid-50s Saturday, and then watching for those thunderstorm chances on Tuesday. Let's check out your forecast. Coming up next, we're going to speak with Lori Jones of the Ronald McDonald House as she shares about an upcoming opportunity to run for a cause. That right after this.
Well, welcome back. I'm joined this morning by a very special family from Parsons, and of course, Lori Jones from Ronald McDonald House Charities. And it's lucky we're all wearing green because we're here to talk about the upcoming St. Patrick's Day 5K. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Well, we're so excited to talk about the 5K. Can you tell us a little bit about what it is?
Absolutely. So this is one of our free fundraisers for the Ronald McDonald House, and it's actually a free 5K that's happening in downtown Joplin. Registration is free of charge, and it's basically coming up Saturday the 14th, celebrating St. Patrick's Day. We want to promote community, families, wellness, health, and activity, and we've got some great sponsors that are helping us turn this free event into a fundraiser.
Amazing. So why should people, come out and participate in a 5K like this?
I mean, look at us. We were there for 43 nights, and they're supporting families like ours. We are from Parsons, so we didn't have anything. The boys were in the NICU for 44 days. They were born 10 weeks early, so we needed it. We needed it to have a place to stay and have community, things like that. That's what all this is about.
Amazing. And I know we were talking earlier, this is kind of a very special time for you guys because I know they were born early, but St. Patrick's Day is actually going to be their due date as well.
So we've already celebrated their birthday, but we're celebrating their official 1-year due date.
Yes.
So, yeah.
How special and full circle as well.
Yeah.
So this isn't your guys' first year holding this 5K as well?
Oh no, this is a long-standing event. The Ronald McDonald House formerly had the Big Red Shoe, which was always in September. And a couple of years ago, one of our volunteers noticed that the course and the timing was a little bit challenging for us. And so Eric with the Runaround in downtown Joplin noticed that Joplin did not have a signature St. Patrick's Day event. And it actually fits wonderfully with us because the Shamrock Shake and McDonald's is part of our founding story. And so together we've kind of cultivated, it's our 3rd year to have it on St. Patrick's Day, and the race keeps getting bigger. We're expecting 1,500 this year.
Oh my goodness. And what's it like seeing so many community members come out to support not only the Ronald McDonald House organization, but also, families like you guys?
Yeah, it's all about the families, and I think that's what we want this event to be fun. Bring your kids. You don't have to walk or you don't have to run. You could walk, push a stroller, bring your dogs, but we want to create community because that's what the Ronald McDonald House is about. It is the families that we serve, but it's also the incredible volunteers that volunteer and the donors that give. So it's all of us kind of coming together.
Yes.
Yeah. And I know a lot of times, 5K races like these or, events like these, there is a cost associated with them, but this one is totally free thanks to sponsors.
Absolutely. It's free of charge.
Amazing. Well, for those who are hoping to find more information, where can they go?
Yep. So our website is a wonderful place to go. It's just rmhjoplin.org. And you can also find us on our social media, so on Facebook or Instagram. And we also want to thank our underwriting sponsors. So our partnering sponsor is Tamco Roofing Products. And of course, the hospitals and McDonald's also come right alongside of us.
Amazing. Well, can you tell us one more time for those who may have missed it, when and where it's happening this year?
Sorry, the 5K.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, sorry. It is downtown Joplin.
And it's
Yes.
Saturday, March the 14th.
Yes.
And so we're taking registrations all the way up until we hit that 1,500. And then after that, honestly, just show up and participate. So we're chip timing and doing the bibs up to 1,500, but we want everybody to be there. Wear your green. We're going to have a costume contest. We're having a contest for the biggest group. So there's a lot of reasons to come and be a part.
Amazing. And, you know, it's clear this is such a beautiful family, and, you know, you have the kids laughing here, and it's great to see them like that, and
Yes.
great to support them like that. So,
Yes.
well, thank you guys so much for joining us, and hopefully
Thank
we
you.
can see all of you guys decked out in your green then.
Yes.
Well, we're going to be right back. Well, welcome back. I'm joined this morning by Madison from Cobb Realty. We're so excited to have you. You guys have a pretty exciting event coming up this weekend. Can you tell me a little bit about what it is?
Yeah, so we are hosting the Cobb Home Show here at Camptown this Saturday, March 7th. It's going to be open to the public, free admission from 10:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. We have been overwhelmed by the amount of vendors willing to come. This is the first year for it, and we're hoping to keep it annual and do it every year and do it bigger and better. But this year we have almost 125 vendors.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
from all categories of homes. So we are super excited, and we've got a couple surprises ready.
I know home is in the name, but for those who may not know, can you tell us a little bit about, you know, what is a home show?
Oh my gosh, a home show is everything. We have vendors from your roof to your landscaping to organizing your sock drawer. There's a little bit of everything going on. Painters, construction, just you name it, we got it.
Amazing. It sounds like this is going to be a great time for people, maybe if it's their first home or if they're looking to maybe upgrade their own. It sounds like this is going to be some great options for them to make those improvements.
Yeah, I truly do feel like we have a little bit of something for everybody, and we're really trying to make it a family fun event.
Well, going off that family fun event, it sounds like it's not going to be, you know, just, you know, houses that people can look at or learn more about, you know, the organization here. There's going to be something for the kiddos as well.
We do. We have a surprise. I have a very special friend who's going to join us on Saturday, and he actually came to the home show interview today.
Oh my goodness.
This is my friend, the Easter Bunny. He's going to be at Camptown from 1 to 3, and he'll be available for pictures, and everything's free. You get to come to the home show for free, you can enter prices for free, and you can get a picture with the Easter Bunny.
Oh my gosh, well, it sounds like it's going to be so much fun and a great time for the whole family. What made you guys want to put this together this year?
Really, there are just so many reasons. He's so fun. There's a lot of reasons. So we really wanted to showcase the awesome community that we have here. Pittsburgh is so much bigger than just us. You know, we have vendors from the 4 states. We have people coming down from Kansas City, Tulsa, and there's just so many options that we have here and like qualified people, and we really want to help them.
Amazing. Well, not only is the Camptown facility here like an incredible event center, you guys have more than 100 vendors coming out and the Easter Bunny. So it sounds like it's going to be a great time for those who are hoping to come out. Can you tell us one more time when and where it's going to be?
Yeah, so the Cobb Home Show is going to be March 7th at Camptown Events in Frontenac, Kansas, and it's going to be from 10:30 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Is there anywhere somebody should look for more information if they're hoping to learn more about the home show or about the vendors you guys have?
They can come to the Cobb Realty Facebook page, and we've created our own Cobb Home Show, and you can go through and scroll and see all the vendors coming.
And we'll make sure to get that linked on our website as well, komnewsnow.com. Well, thank you so much, Madison and Mr. Easter Bunny, for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Here's your Skywatch weather forecast from the trusted Roper Kia Weather Center.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News, 7:43 on this Thursday morning. Got a lot to talk about. We're going to dive right in. First with our Day 1 outlook, but a reminder, Day 1 carries us through about 7 a.m. tomorrow. We're not expecting any thunderstorm activity today. It'll be overnight tonight. Oh, you do have the risk. All hazards are possible. Thankfully, they're lower risk, which is good, but they are still there. So we have an isolated tornado risk. Isolated hail risk, and then we have this isolated to scattered wind risk with some hatch marks indicating we could get some stronger wind gusts in our far western counties. So this is going to be kicking in about 2 a.m. tomorrow. What we've got is a more substantial severe threat well off to our southwest. In fact, it goes back western Oklahoma into the panhandle of Texas. But those storms are expected to be at least still going by the time they get close to us. And that's why we have that severe threat you just saw. So let's talk about today. First, we've got mostly cloudy to cloudy skies. Future track hinting at a shower or a sprinkle, but again, I think most of us are dry Midnight, as we did earlier, if you weren't with us. So here's those thunderstorms west of I-35 here into north central Oklahoma and south central Kansas. Still looking pretty impressive. This is a complex that's going to be starting out in the, again, panhandle of Texas into western Oklahoma. But this activity will continue to push closer. But take one quick look at how organized that line looks. It's all solid. It looks pretty good. We're going to move the future track back to our neck of the woods, and we're also going to take an opportunity here to move the future track to 2 a.m. So see, it's still there, but not as impressive as it was at midnight. But it'll start entering our western counties about 2 o'clock in the morning into Greenwood, Elk, Chautauqua counties. And that's where that threat comes from overnight tonight with the risk for some stronger storms. Now, this risk could continue into very early Friday morning. So, but as you can see, even by 5 a.m., this line even less impressive. And that pretty well does it. There are some discrepancies on tomorrow in terms of this here. This line at 9 a.m., so mid-morning. Some data suggests we do get a few strong storms in the mid-morning hours. Kind of as those other storms fall apart, they leave behind some energy or what's known as outflow, and then it re-triggers some additional storms. If this plays out, you can see it's brief, it's not very well organized, and it dies out pretty quickly. But there's a chance that redevelopment at mid-morning doesn't even happen. Now, there's another little thing I want to discuss with you. We've got model data still a little iffy on the timing. I'm going to tell you right now, based on all the data we've looked at, everything else, I think the main timing is going to be tomorrow, starting about 8 o'clock in our area. But we did have some data suggest there's a line of storms that doesn't get here till 2 a.m. Saturday. One says it doesn't get here till 5 a.m. Saturday. But I'm telling you right now, that data is wrong. What you're about to see here is as close to right as you're going to get. So here we are at 8. This one is the best example. We get several supercell storms developing late tomorrow afternoon into the evening to our west. They eventually try to start forming a line, but if you look, you can still make out some of the individual cells. That one stands out very clearly. That's at 8 by 10. This gap of thunderstorm activity here is not likely. We're going to have thunderstorms filling in. A little harder to tell as these things continue to grow, but if you look, you can still see individual supercells within this line, maybe even some ahead of it. All of these will have the potential to be severe. All of these will have all hazards with them as well. 11 o'clock, it's right roughly between 69 and 49, just pushing through Pittsburgh, Fort Scott, Joplin, Miami. And by midnight, we run out of data on this future track right now at midnight, but that line now a little more solid as it's plowing into Stockton, Greenfield, Monette, Mount Vernon. Cassville will be up next, Neosho, Anderson, and then new development back behind it. So what happens after this is the shower storms, we get some redevelopment. All of this still could potentially be severe, and it'll start wrapping up about 6, 7 o'clock at the latest on Saturday morning as this pulls on through. So here's our risks for tomorrow. This is going to update about 10:30 this morning. We have a level 3 out of 5 risk for all categories. These hatch marks indicating the potential of maybe a stronger tornado, but we have that chance for some tornadoes out there. We also have the risk for hail, wind, and these hatch marks indicating, as the Storm Prediction Center says, large to very large hail. And in terms of the wind threat, we're talking upwards of 80-mile-an-hour winds possible. You got to stay weather aware. KOAM Skywatch weather app, KOAM Plus, KOAM News app, where you can stream us anywhere you are. Make sure you're staying weather aware, because the other issue is, as you saw, it starts at 8, which is already late enough in the evening, and continues reaching our Missouri counties about midnight or so, about 11 o'clock midnight tomorrow. So you're going to be trying to sleep. You got to stay weather aware. Make sure you've got ways to receive alerts. And then this is Tuesday. This came out yesterday, actually, but didn't want to overload everyone with everything going on yesterday morning. But this is another severe threat. Now, right now, reading the data, this isn't looking like a severe weather outbreak. It's just right now the models are in very good agreement. We have a broad area where scattered thunderstorms are expected to develop Tuesday, and those will have the potential to become severe as well. As for this morning, again, cloudy to mostly cloudy, mid-50s by 11. I'll have highs into the upper 60s, low 70s, low 60s tonight. Now tonight into tomorrow, south winds, non-thunderstorm winds start gusting to 30, mid-70s Friday, mid-50s on Saturday, warming back up, possible alert day for Tuesday with those storm chances. So a lot to keep an eye on, a very active pattern, and it looks to continue for a while, so make sure you are staying weather aware. Let's check your forecast. Back more right after this.
Is it a boat? Is it a car? Nope, it's both. A Colorado man transformed a 1974 boat and made it into a car using a 1994 Volvo 960. The boat car is turning heads around Pueblo, Colorado.
Doesn't float, but it definitely makes waves, and yes, it drives.
Owner Josh Bond has worked in the marine industry for more than 30 years, but this was just an idea until it actually worked.
Now, the boat keeps its original 1974 paint, and while Bond may be the captain, he says it took a crew to bring it together. From decals to custom upholstery, local hands helped turn a car and an old boat into southern Colorado's newest roadside attraction.
From stoplights to parking lots, drivers are doing double takes and reaching for their phones. Police did stop Bond in the boat car's early days on the road.
Though now he says his creation is street legal.
Do you think it's registered as a boat or as a car, though?
I would have to say it'd have to be registered as a car, but I don't know. That's a very good. I mean, now it's probably registered as a car because it can't go back into the water. He said it doesn't float. It won't go back into the water, but that is interesting. You like cheese? I like cheese. We talked about cheese. Cheese makes you happy. Well, cheese lovers having the best time in Madison, Wisconsin right now, and that's because they can sample all the delicious offerings at the 2026 World Championship Cheese Contest.
Dairy producers from around the globe submit their best cheeses for the chance to become world champion. Fans can watch a live stream of the showdown online.
Today, though, is the last day of the competition. We need to have a cheese competition down here.
Yeah.
I
don't know how fun it would be to watch a live stream, though, because until we get Taste Television, how fun is it to watch?
The rate things are going, one of these days it's going to happen. Not today, but one of these days, I'm sure. Well, archaeologists got speaking of tasting, they got a literal taste of the past when they used tools and tech to sample a 150-year-old mystery spirit inside a bottle unearthed from a buried mining town in Utah. Not spirit like a genie or a ghost, but liquor.
Yes.
Now, according to the Utah State Historic Preservation Office, the bygone era bottle of booze was one of thousands of artifacts unearthed during a construction project turned major excavation in the historic ghost town of Alta.
Other found items include a leather mining hat, bullets, shot glasses, a 16-pound dumbbell, and much more. But it was the mystery bottle, still corked and dated to between 1870 and 1890, that proved most intriguing. And archaeologists teamed up with a local distillery and used a needle to extract the vintage spirits so they could sample it. And the question is, how did it taste?
Well, reports say it included dried fruit notes and a little bit of vinegar to it. Officials suspect it may have been some sort of sherry or beer, but plan further tests to try and pin down this boozy blast from the past. Certainly a very interesting find.
I feel like I don't think I would be willing to try a very, 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 very vintage.
I don't know. I mean, they say the older the vintage, the better it's supposed to be. But at the same time, I'm there with you. I'll let somebody else give it a shot and see what it's like.
I would like to know exactly where, the history of where it had been. And I feel like if you found it buried in the ground from gosh knows when, you don't know what happened to it.
No, you don't know what's happened to it during that time. That is true. We got another look at your forecast right after this. All right, here's a look at our temperatures today and what we're expecting out there. We've got mostly cloudy to cloudy skies, upper 60s, some low 70s, south winds 5 to 10. Clouding up more so through the evening, low 60s, south winds gusting to 30. And again, after 2 a.m., some strong to potentially severe storms. I'd say between 2 a.m. and maybe 7 or 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. And then in the evening, that's why we have our alert day. Potential for significant severe weather. All hazards are possible. We're talking 80-mile-an-hour winds, very large hail, a few tornadoes, and we've got to keep an eye on all of that. Really, again, after 8 p.m. and continuing into the overnight hours, maybe lasting as late as 2 or 3 o'clock Saturday morning. And then we have a possible alert day next Tuesday for more potential severe weather as this unsettled pattern continues across the 4 states. Of course, we'll keep you updated on all that. Have the latest on your weather and news at noon.
Well, thank you so much for letting us put the good in your morning. We'll be back with more news and weather. Have a great rest of your morning.